Hi, this is Brandon Juan, back again with Produce 101. Today we're talking about onions. We have our SYSCO branded onions, we have our whole onion, whole jumbo onion, and we have our whole peel yellow onion. So today we'll be talking the difference between the whole peel and the regular onion. The jumbo onion we have now it's brand new crop coming out of Western Idaho. Brandon?
Yeah, so the new crop coming through, great product. Right now, a little bit on the pricey side due to the new crop and the demand for the onions right now. And we also wanted to kind of show you and do a price comparison side by side of the whole peeled onion. This is a 30-pound bag that has already been washed and peeled. So the outside layer has already been chopped off and the bottom and top. So these are all 100% ready to go product for this item. What is very nice about it is, as we'll see later, here you have a 50-pound box and here you have a 30-pound box, and you get roughly about the same amount of yield due to the high amount of loss in this case. So for a lot of our customers, this may be the better item to sell them. Obviously, it's going to be a smaller box. It's going to save them space in their walk-in. Additionally, there's a food safety element to it because they've already been washed and cleaned in a very high-tech facility that we do see a lot when we go out and visit customers. Very few of our customers are actually washing their onions before they cut them, and that is a concern that we have because onions grow in the top 8 inches of soil, which that is the location where you can actually have a lot of the bacteria and microbes in that top 8 inches of the soil. You can also get standing water, which could cause some problems with salmonella, listeria, things like that. So it's very important to wash your onions, and we just don't see it happening very often. So we do want to have this as part of this video as an education to please make sure that you're washing your onions, because when you have a potential problem or dirt on the outside and you take a knife into that, all you're doing is pushing that outside into and contaminating the rest of that onion. So you definitely want to make sure that you're washing those before you cut them. But in addition to that, you've got knives in the hands of your your employees, and we want to get the knives out of their hands and have them working on something else, because if this item has already been done for you, you're saving space, saving time, food safety element. And what's nice is, let's say you need to do some on slicing and some as dicing. You can just take out what you need, slice what you need, dice what you need, so you have multiple applications for this and it's ready to go. And what's nice about our SYSCO branded supplier for the value-added onions, they grow a specific seed variety that is very, very dry. Now what that means is the regular onions are actually grown to be very heavy, meaning they're grown to be very wet. Farmers make more money the heavier their onions are. So, and that's something because of being directed by the retail facility, retail market, because retail dries produce, and these onions want to be heavy. But what that means is that you're going to get a lot of purge and a lot of water coming out of this. So you don't need to buy these kind of onions that are so full of water when you can buy these onions coming from our SYSCO branded supplier. That's a special seed variety that they grow unique for them, where they grow their own onions, process their own onions, that is grown to have a higher soluble content and less water. What that means is you have less purge when you're cooking it off, and you have a higher yield on that as well. So this is an onion that, because of its drier, it also doesn't smell nearly as bad as a regular onion does too, because it has less of that water content in there. So what we like to do is go ahead and do a little cutting.
Yeah, so we'll take this back, we'll chop this up and show you the comparison between the both. There is some labor savings and our cost savings in this as well. So we'll be back in shortly and show you the difference. So we're back. We just cut our 50 pounds of yellow onions, and we're here to show you the comparison. Brandon will show you the chart comparing both of them.
So we ended up having a yield of 33 pounds on this item. So we lost about 17.5 pounds of waste in that box that we showed you. And of course on this one it's 30 pounds of usable product. So once we put in those factors and we used a prep chef average price of $16 an hour that basically had us net these both cases when you have an adjusted case cost when you start putting in labor and overhead, where the two cases were just about the same cost, and which was a very nice comparison. It was only about 15 cents per pound difference. And what's nice about that is, again, we want to make sure that the customers understand that even if it's a price comparison, you're saving that extra 30 plus minutes of prep time of washing and getting these onions ready. Also, when it comes to the food safety aspect of it, also the labor issues, we want to make sure that we're looking for any opportunity to get the knife out of the hands of our sous chefs and let them do other things that are more valuable to the customer when we have an onion that's already ready to go and ready to be chopped, diced, sliced, whatever you need. And then, what I would say is have your customer try a case, because with that drier onion, you're going to have less purge and you're going to get more yield out of the actual onion that you're having, because the extra water, all it's going to do is just steam off your pan when you're cooking it up. So don't pay for the extra water, pay for the extra dry onion. And value added, space safer, food safe, all those different aspects. So
it's worth, for 15 cents more a pound, it's a lot. It's worth to go for that item. Yep. And that's it. And again, for your sales support, please reach out to Brandon and myself. We're more than happy to help you. Thank you.
All right. Thanks, everybody.